The poem She Walks in Beauty by Lord Byron begins with a vivid image of a woman walking, her beauty compared to a calm and cloudless night sky full of stars. This image establishes a sense of peace and serenity. The poet draws attention to the unique harmony between light and dark that surrounds her. Her beauty is not overwhelming or loud, but gentle and subtle, like the quiet beauty of a night where the stars shine just enough to light up the darkness. The atmosphere here is calm, and the poet seems to be observing her in a moment of stillness, where her beauty appears naturally, without effort or extravagance. As the poem moves forward, the poet begins to focus on specific details of the woman's appearance. He notices how every part of her dark hair, her soft expression, adds to her overall grace. Her hair, described as raven black, enhances the contrast between darkness and the soft light that seems to surround her. The balance of light and shadow in her features reflects the idea that her beauty is perfectly balanced, neither too much nor too little. The scene now feels more intimate, as though the poet is standing close to her, paying attention to the way the light plays on her face and hair. There's a sense of admiration, but it's quiet and reflective, as if the poet is absorbing the moment. The poet then moves beyond her physical features and begins to consider what her beauty reveals about her inner self. Her expression is calm and peaceful, and the poet suggests that this outward calmness reflects an inner purity. Her smile is soft, not forced, and her eyes glow with a light that seems to come from within. This is not a woman who is simply beautiful on the outside. Her beauty reflects a deep sense of peace and goodness. The poet's admiration shifts from her physical appearance to the moral and spiritual qualities that her beauty represents. It's as though her calm, serene expression gives the poet a glimpse into her soul, which is equally calm and serene. The scene now has a more emotional depth, as the poet begins to understand that her beauty is more than skin deep. In the next part of the poem, the poet continues to explore the relationship between her outward appearance and her inner qualities. Her face, softened by the gentle light, reveals a life lived in goodness and kindness. The poet remarks that her beauty is not just about her physical features, but about the purity and innocence that shines through her expressions. He sees in her a reflection of a peaceful mind and a kind heart. The setting feels timeless here, as though the poet is watching her in a moment where everything else fades away, and only her graceful presence remains. There's no noise, no distractions, just the quiet beauty of the woman and the gentle light that surrounds her. As the poem nears its conclusion, the poet reflects on the deeper meaning of her beauty. Her smiles, her glowing cheeks, and her calm demeanor all point to a heart that is at peace. The poet sees in her not only physical beauty, but the beauty of a good life, one spent in kindness and love. He admires her for the simplicity and innocence that she embodies. There is nothing extravagant or artificial about her. She is naturally beautiful, both inside and out. The poet's admiration is not just for her appearance, but for the way her appearance reflects her inner character. The scene feels warm and comforting, as though the poet is watching her in a golden moment, where everything about her radiates goodness and peace. In the final lines, the poet emphasizes that her beauty is a reflection of her pure heart. Her calm smile and soft expressions show that she is content and at peace with the world around her. The poet sees her as a symbol of innocence, someone whose beauty comes from a place of purity and goodness. Her beauty is not just about how she looks, but about the way she carries herself, the kindness in her heart, and the peace in her soul. The scene ends on a note of tranquility, as though the poet has reached a deeper understanding of what true beauty means. It is not about the physical features alone, but about the harmony between the outer appearance and the inner character. Throughout the poem, nature plays a key role in expressing the poet's admiration for the woman. Her beauty is compared to the calmness of the night sky, the softness of the stars, and the gentle glow of starlight. These natural elements help to create an atmosphere of peace and serenity, where the woman's beauty seems almost timeless and eternal. The balance of light and dark in her appearance mirrors the balance of her inner self, and the poet admires the way these two aspects come together to create a perfect harmony. There is a sense of stillness throughout the poem, as though the poet is observing her in a moment where everything else fades away, leaving only her graceful presence and the soft light that surrounds her. The woman in the poem is more than just a beautiful face. She represents a deeper, more spiritual beauty. Her calm demeanor, her soft expression, and the purity of her heart all contribute to the poet's admiration. The poem celebrates not just physical beauty, but the kind of beauty that comes from a good and peaceful heart. The woman's beauty is timeless, like the night sky, and the poet is captivated by the way her outer appearance reflects her inner goodness. The simplicity of her beauty, combined with the depth of her character, leaves a lasting impression on the poet, who sees in her a perfect balance of light and dark, both in her physical appearance and in her soul. The poet's use of nature imagery helps to create a sense of harmony and peace throughout the poem. The woman's beauty is compared to the stars, the night sky, and the gentle light of the evening, all of which contribute to the serene atmosphere. Her beauty is natural, not forced or artificial, and the poet admires the way it reflects her inner purity. There is a sense of awe in the poet's tone, as though he is witnessing something truly extraordinary. The woman's beauty is not just about how she looks, but about the goodness that shines through her expressions, her smiles, and her calm demeanor. By the end of the poem, the poet has come to understand that true beauty is not just about physical appearance, but about the harmony between the outer self and the inner character. The woman's beauty is a reflection of her peaceful heart and her kind spirit, and this is what makes her truly beautiful in the poet's eyes. The scene closes with a feeling of tranquility, as the poet reflects on the lasting impression her beauty has left on him.